Hey, Ian. Hmm. Oh, I'm trying to pull this up, but it's not showing anything here. Okay, there we go. Got it up. Okay. Yeah, I got some things up at the last minute. Hey, Mitch. Awesome. It's always good to hear that people had a good day. Falling a little bit behind. I should have already had this. Sorry, boys. I didn't think anything else about it until it was reminded. So I had to quickly pull it up. And it kind of put me behind instead of being on the chat. Keep that pulled up. Oh, it's just something that Ian had talked about yesterday. And he had requested that I give it out today, and so that's what I'm going to do. But I had to find it. Anyway, I got a little behind on trying to find it, but I've got it now, so hopefully it won't give me any trouble, and we'll be able to completely enjoy it. It's quite interesting. Seems like I remember there being a video done on that. Hello, Luke. Well, thank you, Mitch. I didn't have enough time to do something extra special as a video today, so I'm going to do it after the chat. It's going to be fun. It's going to be another video, but it's going to be fun. Hello, Grandma. It's awesome that you made it in. Getting a little active again. That's awesome. So, do you all think that my plan will work? Maybe requesting that some of the larger YouTubers give a shout out and everything. I put the request out to 3 individual larger YouTubers. One has 1,500,000 something subs. The other has 300 something, 300,000 something subs, and the other one has like 8,100 subs. Hopefully I'll get something going that way. I'm almost certain that the one with 8,100 subs will do it for me. Well, hold on a second. I'll explain to you about the one. The one that's got over 8,100 subs. I subbed to her when she only had like 1,200 subs, and she was my very first subscription. When I started doing YouTube videos, she was number one on my subscription, number one. So she ended up becoming somewhat of a friend of mine, and I'm just hoping that she'll do this for me. So the names are, the one that's got over 1,500,000 is Mark Dice. And the second one with over 300,000 subscriptions is Obsolete Oddities. And the third one with over 8,100 is Sightseeing Sally. Hey, Julian. Nothing much, buddy. I'm hoping that my campaign works. Mark Dice, CE. I know if we can get them to give me a shout out and get more traffic coming this way, there will be more viewers to see your all's promotions. No, this is Mark Dice, the one that I'm talking about. Our Mark is Mark Collins, but Mark Dice is a, he does, he talks about what's going on in the political world. He's kind of a troll of his own. He does trolling videos, literally. Like he'll talk about the what's called the fake news and what's going on with the president. That's okay. He started to go by Mark C anyway. But anyway, I was just, for Mitchell's sake, I was discerning the difference for him. Wow. I guess in a way you could say that Mark Dice is like a commentator. He is so funny. Hey, Dylan. So anyway, we got our fingers crossed that it will work. I can't think of anybody else that I could possibly call upon. Yes. Hey, D-Mac. Oh, well, I'm going to read off the different Mandela effects. I found one that's got 20 listings. Found another one that gave like 40 listings, but I'm going to read off the 20, and then we'll take it from there and see what else. She hasn't shown up as of yet. I haven't even seen a video from her today. I just hope that she had good rest last night. Hey, Levi. Doing pretty good. Give a little bit longer for more people to come in. Hey, girl. How are you doing today? I always love having some new people come in so I can give some fresh shout outs. I pretty well just worked on that video. Time went too fast, seriously. Oh, did you have carpal tunnel or something? Well, well, you was busy. Awesome. Oh, okay. And it's that injury that you had a few weeks ago? You had to have worked on that? Had time for a nap. That's good. Well, you must have really hurt your wrist pretty bad for you to have needed surgery. It would just look for you to have fast healing on it. That way you can be back to being able to use both hands for your nails. Well, Mark said he'd be here for sure, so we're kind of waiting on Mark. Hopefully Nikki will too. Still have to watch your milk bath nails. I've been so busy trying to get a video together and put my thoughts together today, so I didn't get a chance to do that. I've watched a few other channels, but that's about it. But I'll get to that milk bath now. How you doing, Heather? Well, enjoy your meal. Nothing wrong with that. Who knows? Who knows? Awesome. I guess we'll go on ahead and get into this, and then whenever they come in. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, we'll go on ahead and get started on this, and then we'll just rehash if we need to. So the first one that they've got listed is the Oscar Mayer spelling. How do you all remember Oscar Mayer being spelled? The Mayer. How do you remember it being spelled? Hey, Anthony. Yes. Oh, looky there. But that's misspelled too. Well, if you can drink it, get yourself some. Yeah, it's an old jingle. Mm. But as it goes, it actually is. My Bologna's got a second name. It's Mayer. Yes. My Bologna's got a second name. It's Mayer. But it's kind of simple. When you think of the name Meyer, you think Meyer. Any of you familiar with Sex in the City? How do you remember Sex in the City? How do you think the title really is? Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's actually Sex and the City. That's the title of it. It's and. Hmm. Yeah, let's see, man. That's familiar with the song. Remember, final way expanding. There is no of the world. The song just ends and is run to the clear because everyone 100%. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't watch it either. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to the Monopoly Man. I don't watch it either. But sure enough, it's and. It's not in. It's on. It's and. So I always thought it was in the city. So I'm wrong too. Okay, the song "We Are the Champions" by Queen. How do you remember it ending? Let's see if anybody else can think about it. I know there have. Okay. I was just going to say, I know there has to be some who had listened to it. You done very good, Luke. And so, according to this, there is no. Ah. According to this, there is no of the world. And they actually have it here. So, make sure the volume's up. Yep. He didn't finish it with Of the World. Of the World was in there a couple times, but he didn't end it with Of the World. Probably because he had mentioned it a couple times in there. But sure enough, he didn't end it like that. All right, now this is what Anthony had asked. How do you all remember Uncle Pennybags, who is the mascot of the Monopoly game? How do you remember him? Terry just uploaded a video. Okay. Mustache. You remember him without the eye thing. Without the monocle. Bow tie and a stick. Hmm. You got the bag of money right. Well, yes, he's got the top hat, he's got the money, he's got the mustache, and he's got a suit. But he is not wearing the monocles. Right, Mom. And what they said, perhaps they're just confusing him with Mr. Peanut, the planter's peanut mascot, who also wears a top hat and carries around a cane. But there are a number of people who can't seem to grasp how the Monopoly man is monocleless when they've distinctly known him to have one. And they've got a picture of him right here. See if you can see it. No monocle. Keep your words down, Anthony. Okay. First of all, how many of you are familiar with Pikachu? And if you are familiar with Pikachu, how do you remember his tail? No, but still, I want you to just keep it down, okay? So you're not familiar with Pikachu, Grandma. Levi remembers Pikachu's tail having a black tip. That's okay. I really don't know much about Pikachu myself. Uh-huh. Ah, yeah. That's okay, Mitchell. Not everybody does. A brown tip, huh? Okay. Somebody else isn't very familiar with Pikachu either. Good job, D-Mac. Sure enough, people remember there being a black mark on Pikachu's tail, but if you take a look at Pikachu now, you'll see nothing there. How so many people can remember an aspect of this character's appearance that doesn't actually exist, the world may never know. I can tell you one thing, Pikachu would look good with a black tip tail. Now this one, I'm not going to ask how many of you remember. Okay, are any of you familiar with the Berenstain Bears? It almost seems that way, don't it? That's what they said. Okay, Dylan. They were cool. I liked the Berenstain Bears. I liked them. I see how you're spelling it too. So that's how Julian is remembering it spelled, which quite frankly, that's how I remember it being spelled. How does anybody remember it being spelled? A-I-N, very good. The others remember E-I-N, but DMAC once again. And you spelled it absolutely the way it is. Yes, Luke. Oh, were you? Cool. Awesome, Levi. So not so many missed that one. It is actually Berenstain Bears. I never really did know exactly how to pronounce it, but it is spelled Berenstain. The Berenstain Bears. And I always like said Berenstain because I thought it was EI. I'd say you did. This is one of the more popular Mandela effect debates in which some people seem to recall the book series cartoon about a family of bears being known as the Berenstain Bears. However, if you look now, they're actually called the Berenstain Bears. Many folks insist they remember it being spelled with an E, and one Redditor even found an old VHS tape of the cartoon, and the label shows Berenstain. So one had found an old VHS tape, and apparently what we're remembering is correct, the EIN, because the old VHS had it spelled like that. And I remember it being spelled like that, which is probably the reason why I'd always called it Berenstain. But apparently they had changed it at some point because Grandma remembers it as stain. Do you remember it as stain? S-T-A-I-N? Yes, A-I-N, right. I see that up there. I see that up there, Grandma. You don't have to answer again. I saw that. All right. Did Curious George have a tail or not? Interesting, Grandma. Ian remembers he doesn't have a tail. No tail. Levi remembers him having one. It's kind of half and half on this one. A lot of people even claim to remember seeing him use his tail to swing from the trees. If you look up pictures of Curious George right now, you'll see that he doesn't have a tail, meaning either your memory made the whole thing up or you've like drifted into a parallel universe. George does not have a tail. And I do remember him not having a tail personally. I remember that. Can anybody say how Chick-fil-A is spelled? Oh, did you, Nikki? I've never had a crush on a cartoon, but one got it right and the other got it wrong. Two got it right. Two got it wrong. Nope. You know, that is curious right there. But of course, he was Curious George. So the correct spelling is C-H-I-C-K. There are a lot of people who insist they remember the popular fast food chicken restaurant being known as Chick-fil-A, spelled without a K, and there are even some who think it was Chick-fil-A with just a K and no C. However, neither of these are correct because the company has allegedly, supposedly, reputedly always been Chick-fil-A CK. I'm just telling you what's on here. I'm just telling you what's on here. But quite frankly, like they've got a picture of the spelling and it looks like it is without the C, without the K, but I'll have to look next time I get around to Chick-fil-A. I'm not remembering it with a K either. We've got a Chick-fil-A around here. I'll look next time I get around that way. Here's a good one. This one here is always the one is like everybody promises it is like, does Darth Vader say, Luke, I am your father? So everybody thinks they know that line. But I had even watched it myself because I just knew he said, Luke, I am your father. So I watched it again. And sure enough, Luke and D-Mac got it right. And then Mitchell and Ian says, no, I am your father. Luke, I am your father is one of the most famous phrases from film, but many are discovering that it's not what Darth Vader said. He actually says, no, I am your father. So is this just a misremembered movie line, or did some otherworldly shenanigans take place? This isn't the only Star Wars related Mandela effect instance. Just want to show a long clip. And I'm going to see if, yeah, they're going to show a long clip. I'm going to pull that forward here a little bit. Come on, play. Boy, it just hates it when you mess with it. No, actually, they're wanting you to watch like 2 minutes, 39 seconds. Yeah, you are invisible. Are you going to behave? Come on here. Yeah, it's not even going to be hating now. Silly little thing. Anyway, we'll move on. Here's another Star Wars Mandela. Is C-3PO all gold? Hey, Terry. We are doing the Mandela effect. And right now the question is C-3PO all gold? Levi says yes, he is. Ian says he's pretty sure. 99% sure he is all gold, but something is telling me he isn't. Julian thinks he is. Foil? So basically, everybody remembers him as being all gold, which originally I had thought so too. But if you watch the very first, which isn't even the original, but is the prequel Star Wars 1, you remember he was just like silver, right? He was just metal. And then as you watch further on in the Star Wars series, he's gold, but he has one silver leg. Many Star Wars fanatics recall C-3PO being completely gold and were greatly thrown off upon discovering that he supposedly had a silver leg the entire time. A lot of memorabilia doesn't even feature the silver leg. Needless to say, it was a surprise to fans who have seen the film so many times yet never noticed the distinct feature on a popular character. But I remember when I had watched it that C-3PO actually does have a silver leg. No, Donny Osmond was mine, y'all. You can't have Donny, he's mine. You two fight over somebody else. Donny Osmond was mine. Well, all right, fine, we'll share him. He was a very famous singer back when we was younger. Him and his sister, they had a show. They were good singers. And boy, he was handsome. She's beautiful too. Here's a very good one. Ah, how many can recall the intro that Mr. Rogers sang on his show? It's a beautiful day. What? Yep, that's her. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what I remember. In the neighborhood. Ah, Luke, very good. I did too. Very good, D-Mac. Luke and D-Mac's got it. Yes, Mitchell, this neighborhood. Very good. Video has been removed for violating YouTube's terms of service. Darn it, we was going to get to hear it. It had to be removed. During the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood intro, he'd sing a little jingle that many people remember beginning with the line, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood." That's not what it was, though. Instead, he clearly states, "It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood," which just doesn't sound right to those who feel like they know the correct wording without a shadow of doubt. But they had to remove the video so we can't even hear it. I liked watching him switch out of his suit jacket into his sweater. I know. That would be so cool if we could hear that. Yeah, I loved the show. It was a good show. Yep, apparently. I wouldn't mind watching the movie myself. I think that would be so cool. Now, supposedly Tom Hanks sings the songs and stuff, and what I heard, Tom Hanks comes pretty close to sounding just like Mr. Rogers. I hope that he done Mr. Rogers a good job. Well, that's because he wanted to make sure that the kids understood what he was saying. I enjoyed him. Hmm. Is the Mona Lisa smiling or isn't she? It looks like they done a touch up. Terry's got 2003. What can I say, Mom? No smile? Solemn. That's a good way of putting it, Ian. That's kind of weird how they put that. So they think that she used to be emotionless. Oh, I see. Kind of one of those that changes in direction. Doesn't have the same effect here on the screen. A lot of folks passionately insist that the Mona Lisa has changed because they remember her having a straight face, but now they feel it seems as if she's got a smirk. Oh. Okay. How does the Kit Kat label look? No, I mean, how's the Kit Kat label written? How is the Kit Kat written? Well, see, that's how I remember it with a dash. But Terry and Mitchell's got it correct. There's no dash. It's just Kit Kat without a dash. True. They're saying that Kit Kat doesn't have a dash, but we're remembering it with a dash. It's actually right letters, but we're talking about if there's a dash or not. Some people seem to remember there being a dash in Kit Kat, making it Kit dash cat, but there isn't one, and that frustrates them because they're sure that once upon a time there was one. I smell Google. Yeah, so have I. I still like them too. All right. Thank you so much, Carol, for coming in. That's some pretty good candy, it is. Hmm. I'm not going to run into that. Ah. Hmm. We'd have to watch that. Boy, there's some things I'm going to have to go back over and watch. I'm going to have to go back over and watch Forrest Gump and Silence of the Lambs. Anyway, that's all that we'll do for tonight on that. And those are pretty interesting. Ah, Julian. Hi, Tyler. Man, you just missed hearing some very good Mandela effects. I wonder how many you would recall correctly or not. Well, that's okay. Well, thanks, Terry. You came in long enough for me to write your name down, so that's another shout out for you. And I noticed that you've got 2 more subs. That's awesome. We've got you growing, woman. So how's your day been, Tyler? Bye, Terry. How's your day been, Tyler? It's been pretty awesome. Time's flown by today, though. I mean, really fast. It has been a very fast day. I had some ideas for today and didn't even have time to get it done before the stream. So I'm going to do it after the stream because I've got one more video that I'm wanting to do, but I'm going to have to do it afterwards. It's going to be a pretty good video, guys. It's going to be funny. It's going to be one of those that will lift the spirit of a lot of people. I look forward to doing it. Anyway, for any of you who don't know, I'm doing a campaign where I'm attempting to reach out to the larger YouTubers. And no, this laptop doesn't show them up. In order for me to see the emojis, I'll have to go back and look on the chat on the phone, unfortunately. But anyway, I've reached out to 3 bigger YouTubers. One has 1,500,000 some, and I requested that he possibly give a shout out to me and leave my link so that it would bring some traffic my way so that that traffic can see your guys' links. And another one has got over 300,000 subscribers, and I requested the same thing of him. And then the third one has 8,100 subscribers. Hi, Chris. And hopefully she'll do it too. So, because all 3 of these gets pretty good traffic, and if they can leave a link to my channel, then anybody who comes in to visit my channel will happen to hear your all's shout outs, and hopefully we'll see your all's links. So by bringing traffic my way, hopefully it will work so they'll bring traffic your all's way. I hope it works. All right, Luke. Same to you. I'm really, really, really hoping that this will work. It happens that, like, the one with the 8,100 subscriptions, she was my very first subscriber. And I'll just keep working at it. I'm sure that you can. Don't give up. Just keep trying. But anyway, the one was my very first subscriber. So I'm hoping that she'll do this for me. And then I'd actually gotten at least a reply from the other two at one point or another, when I just made a simple comment on their videos. So hopefully, fingers crossed. If it works, we might end up with a whole lot of traffic coming in. And that will make a really big burst for everybody. Really good burst for everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 has come in so far. It's been pretty good traffic tonight. Pretty good visit. Oh, does it? It's always hard to tell what YouTube's going to do, honestly. Um, they're both in here, both napping. All right, Ian. Have a great night, buddy. Ah, believe it or not, like, I've got notifications set to receive them, but I don't get any ringtone for it. It just pops up on my screen. That's it. There's no ringtone. We have Julian. Just my phone. It's just on my phone. Levi. And I mean, I used the Google and Apple and all that, Microsoft. And it's crazy, like, for my email, I've got a ringtone. For other notices, I've got a ringtone. But there is no ringtone for the notice on my YouTube. So, but it always ends up catching my eye because I keep my phone by my side. And I'm most generally on my tablet, so I always see the notifications even if I don't get a sound. But I don't sleep with the phone by me either. I keep the phone in the dining area. So we've got Julian, Levi, Mom, Nicole, and of course Tyler. Was there a point in time that Mitchell said goodnight and I didn't see it? I didn't see anywhere where he excused himself. Yeah, I think so. I tried to find it. The last thing I saw that he had put down was the Kit Kat. So I must have missed it. I know Ian left. I wouldn't doubt one bit if he probably typed by and it didn't even show up. They would be just like it. It's like when Grandpa replied about the gas and I didn't see it and I had to go back up and look. Finally, I found it. So it's possible that he did and I just didn't spot it. This would be about the time that he would go spend the rest of the evening with his dad, though. Yep, we've had a pretty good crowd in tonight. I definitely believe you. Here, okay, yeah. All right, I found it. It was after he said good night, Vanilla Grandma, then he said he has to be with his dad. So, all right, I found it. I know Luke excused himself. It's possible that D-Mex stepped out without saying. Sometimes that happens. Boy, he hadn't replied to anything. Okay. Smile from depends where you see it from. I think that's the last I see of his. They are refreshing. Very refreshing. Yeah, I didn't see where he had left, but he didn't. He hasn't said anything else since he answered about the Mona Lisa smile. So yeah, I know. There wasn't any way for me to be able to join his though, with me bringing the time down. So what are you questioning about, Tyler? So has anybody got anything that they want to share today? That's what I'm working on, Nikki. It's always hard to get back on something. Yeah, could hear the crickets chirping. We might run this one a little short, just do it an hour and 30 minutes. That way I can get the other video going. We had a very good, very good, very good crowd. Like school time. Honestly, I mean, I think this is the most visitors I've had. Look how full that page is. I've never had to fill it up that much. Oh, Levi. Thank you, Nikki. Y'all's gonna start making me cry. Y'all so special. Every one of you. Thanks, Tyler. I'm gonna beat it this time around. 27 years is too long. Every one of you have such a special place in my heart. Every single one of you. Yeah, I'm going to have to think of another mystery story, or maybe just outright tell a story and forget doing it as a mystery. Just tell it. But I get you guessing pretty good. Yeah, that was just a small travel. I've got lots of park videos. I've got it under the playlist called Great Walks with Me. A lot of park videos. I may come up with just a regular story. He told me he'd be on for sure. He's being a stinkweed. Tell him I love him anyway. It's getting there, Tyler. It's getting there. Yeah, we'll let it slide this time. If he misses again, though, then you can whoop him. He did say for sure, though. One reason why my channel had kind of had a standstill was because the only thing I was putting out there was about my weight loss. Good. At least he's responding. I started doing YouTube videos back in February last year. So I've actually been a YouTuber for a year and like 6 months or so. The very first video I done was with a filter through Snapchat, my big mouth character. And I was talking about how cold it is outside and that I don't like the cold, but it'd be okay if there was snow because I like snow. I love you too, Mark. I'm trying to save you a whooping, buddy. Boy, this is going to be a decent shout out tomorrow. I love it. Oh, I would love to get even more in here so I could do even more shout outs. And I've got a great list of links to put out. It's going to be fun tomorrow. I ended up deleting that very first one, though. Yeah, I know you're not, Mark. Or at least I hope you're not. Remember, you're my leading man. You are my leading man in the chat. There's always something missing if you don't make it. Well, as it happened, I was running on, yeah, and you're the leading lady. You two were my first creative crew members, remember? So you two are the leading folks on my chat. Self-appointed, of course. No, seriously though, Nikki, whenever you and Mark don't show up, there's something missing. The chat's complete with you two. Yeah, get into a battle. Who came on next? Well, you are. You and Nikki both. And so's Levi and Julian and Mitchell and the rest of yous. I mean, every one of yous are so, so important to me. Every one of yous. And if none of yous show up, there's something wrong with the chat. It's empty. Seriously. I need my creative crew. Anyway, so like crack. Anyway, as it happened, I started doing videos on a 6, on an iPhone 6. and it only had a memory of 16. And so I had managed to do, like, I think possibly 10 videos total, maybe somewhere around there. And the majority of them being Snapchat, but there was a few where I had taught a little bit on a scripture in the Bible. And it was actually me doing the scriptures in the Bible that took up the memory. But as it happened, I completely ran out of memory, and no matter how much I deleted on the phone, I couldn't grab enough memory to upload anymore. So I ended up deleting the original 10 or so that I had made. Breakfast in the Bible. It was done in the morning. That might change though, Julian. That might change. All right, for a little bit. Yay! For a little bit, that's better than nothing. But yeah, so like trying to come up with memory so that I could put out more videos, I deleted my original ones. And I wish I hadn't, because those Snapchat videos was great. They were so funny, and they was getting traction. I was really getting some good views, even though I had like 4 subscribers or so. Mm. And Nels of Ist. Well, according to my analytics, however you want to pronounce it, my analytics, my viewers is only 0.9% female, the rest is male. Just a space duck, huh? Now, I'm wanting to pick back up on doing the Snapchat videos. I always was able to make more friends in the male subject than I was in the female. I had very few female friends. I always had more friends in the male. No, let's hope that we get more women in here, huh? There was one particular Snapchat that I had done in my original few that had bulging, rolling eyes. And I titled it, "Have You Hugged Your Husband Yet Today?" And I just talked about hugging the husband. And the first take I'd done, I cracked up laughing so hard I couldn't help myself. Because every time I would look and those eyes would roll, and I just bust out laughing. So I had to overlook the eyes, not look directly at the eyes as I was doing it the second time. And sure enough, I was able to get through it. And I ended up with more views on that than any other video that I had done. It was funny. I only had at that time, I think I was finally up to about 10 subscribers, maybe. All right, Nikki, give Reagan a kiss on the forehead. But anyway, yeah, I ended up, before I deleted that particular one, I think I had like 27 views on it. So it was my best one. Cragmire. But between all of the Snapchat filters that I have attempted, Big Mouth is the best. She brings so much happiness to people. True. Big Mouth. That's her name. It's just Big Mouth. Oh, but when I had done the MRE review with Big Mouth, I had gotten so many cool comments, people saying that it's so funny and they loved it and that. And then one comes on and says, it's a shame that you're putting people down. And I put, Big Mouth is my own character. I'm not putting anybody down. I ended up getting a thumbs down with that. It didn't make no sense. I mean, Big Mouth, she is popular in her own right. My favorite one though was when I done the Bean Boozle with her. I enjoyed that. All right, here. It's up here. Hold on just a moment. Okay, that's the diet drink. That's the Japanese snack. All right, I think this one's it. Yes, MRE. No, hush, Big Mouth. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Yes. Sad you make fun of people, and they gave me a purple demon face, an angry purple demon face. Sad you make fun of people is how she put it. And I simply replied, I'm sorry you feel that, but I don't make fun of people. I make fun of myself sometimes. Big Mouth is not making fun of anybody. It is my character with mouth, and I review foods and drink. No mockery or fun making, just a way to make people laugh while I say what I think food tastes like. And so because of that, I ended up with a thumbs down. So, but cool enough, I've got 265 views on it so far. So that's not bad. I do too. Under the MRE, it's the MRE with the bacon and hash brown. Yeah, it is awesome to have that. And that's the only Big Mouth review that's got the most views on it. The other ones are still under 100, but that one's the only one that's over 200. I don't know. I have no idea why they would even say that. Yeah, I know. But the only thing that I figured that maybe they was talking about is because it was an MRE, which represents what soldiers used to eat. And maybe they thought I was making fun of the soldiers. I don't know, the veterans or whatever. But honestly, it was just to make people laugh. And I mean, that's what Big Mouth was doing. She was reviewing foods. Yes, I have. I sure have. Yeah, that's exactly what they put. That's it. And the last time I looked, PewDiePie was up to 998 million. That's the last time I looked, 998 million. He is so close to a billion. How in the world can anybody have that many? Personally, I do not. Is it just 99 million? Because I'm thinking he's close to a billion. But anyway, I don't watch him. I have never watched any of his videos ever. I'm aware of the battle between him and that foreign YouTube group. Oh, is that what he's up to? Hey, Grandpa! Yeah, he's close. T Series India. Thank you, Julian. I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking it's like a Chinese group or something, but yeah, anyway, that's the only thing that I know about PewDiePie. I've never bothered to watch his videos, and I've never had an interest to, so. I know. I think you're probably Big Mouth's biggest fan. Did he? Well, I hope it works out well for him. Has Luna got room in her tummy for one more kiss and snack? I've got to have my kiss, Grandpa. Give Luna her little treat. What happened? All right, Julian. Have a great night, buddy. Yeah, but he gets tired early, and that's understandable. I can understand that. Busy, 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 buddy. That's a good thing, though, Dylan. Can't say you're bored, can you? Yep. Well, I've got Joy. Oh, Joy. There is our sweet lady. Thank you so much, Joy. We have been missing you. We've missed you. Full of chicken. Ah. Well, that's what we're here for, Joy. We need you to come in. Yes, you have been really dressing up, woman, and you look fine. Like I told you, forget that, okay? Don't even worry about that. We're ready for any trouble. And the way I decided it, anybody who comes in making trouble, we're going to report them so that they're knocked out, period. I'm not going to put up with it. They come in, I'm going to report them. You do. You look so awesome. Your hair and the blouses you've been wearing, it's awesome. Let me go back up here and read what Tyler had said, what happened to him. What happened was I went down to the store to get some snacks after I came out of the store, asked me for money, and I said I don't have any. His eyes were red. More than likely, he was on drugs or something. Man, that would be a little freaky. A change of plans, huh? Well, it does delete them. When you report them, it does delete them. But it's good to know that you're going to get to hang a little longer. Yeah, I'm happy too. I'm very glad. Well, at least you didn't have that on there. Well, that's awesome. Just keep trying to report them. Just keep trying. He wasn't expecting that. You threw him into shock. Yeah, seriously. But yeah, Joy, if anybody comes in here following you, we're going to report them. We're going to block them. We're whatever needs to be done. I'm not worried about it. I'd rather have my friends come onto this chat than to be scared away because of some ignorance. No, it's okay, Joy. It's okay. I want everybody to share what's on their mind. I'll keep up. Exactly, Tyler. Exactly. You know what? I agree. The more the merrier. Mod Squad! That's where you get to boot the trolls out. Wow. You go, if you're using the computer, you go to the side of the name and it'll bring up a prompt, and down at the very bottom of that prompt, it reads add moderator. But if you're using a tablet or a phone, then you touch the person's name and it'll bring up the prompt. Okay, since you use laptop, you just go to the side of their name, whoever you want to turn blue, you go to the side of their name and it's got the 3 dots. Click on that, it'll pull up a list, and you hit on the main bottom, it reads add moderator, and there you go. Yep. Wow. You've got a target on your back, Tyler. Yeah, it'd do really good for you to have some moderators if you ever start live streaming. You start live streaming and you'll be able to make yourself some moderators. You can't do that unless you do a live stream, though. Set yourself up some moderators, though. I guarantee you, those trolls will be hitting the road. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Terry gave it a shot and it came out great. I'd say it is, Tyler. Oh, that's a good way of thinking about it. Some people like sense to be able to mod. Anyway, some people I sense to go on ahead and mod, and then other people's I kind of wait a little while and give them a chance to prove themselves, and then I mod them. Yeah, I know she would. Yes, it does. I don't blame you, Tyler. I wouldn't either. Not like that. But yes, it does. Since I've started doing these live streams, my video hours have started really working up, which I was wanting to tell you all last time I looked today, earlier today. My hours is finally up to 810. Yeah, you can on mod anybody. Sure can. I took Nikki's away. Gave it back to her too, but I took Nikki's away because she kept timing people out on accident. I love you coming in. I do, Tyler. You're awesome. You make awesome company. And I do believe very much, Joy, that you would get a lot of traffic. And it wouldn't just be the trolls. You get a whole lot of sweet people on your comments. I bet you'd end up with a whole lot of people that you can appreciate. I'd be one of them. And we'd knock those trolls out as they come in. We'd be like the bowling ball knocking down the pins. And I guarantee you we'd get a strike every time. That's pretty good. That is really pretty good. Before you know it, you're going to pass me up, woman. Yeah. Oh, that's how it happens, though. I mean, you can't make everything. You can't make all of them. Awesome, Luke. Can't make all of them, Tyler, but I appreciate it when you can get in. Yeah, between having a regular life and working hard on your channel, and I love those tips you're giving. Twisting the bag and then just folding it over. Man, I would have never thought of that. I am definitely going to be doing that. I'm going to start doing that. He's a regular on Terry's channel. He's Terry's good friend. I had a feeling that you would have all kinds of good ideas. Oh, wow, Grandpa. It can be, especially if you really want to do YouTube, because you can't just settle with doing one video and making it the same thing all the time. You've actually got to come up with subjects and topics. And then you've got to make it presentable. I mean, just like me doing my journey vlog today. I took the time out to take the picture of the food I was going to eat. I took the time out to say I was going walking. I took the time out to video a little bit on the trail. And then I took the time out to end the video. And then I had to put all that together and make one whole video. Absolutely. Absolutely, Levi. Well, it's according to what lady that you're talking about. That's right, Tyler. I'd say it takes time you getting those cars in the right position, taking the pictures outside. But that's cool how you do that. And you get that at the right angle and it looks like they're a full size car. You do good with that. When are you doing another stream, Dylan? I really enjoyed popping in there and playing games with y'all. I'm not one of those people that talk disrespectful. Yeah, I noticed that, Tyler, and I really appreciate that, man. I need an editor software for dummies. Yeah, I do too. When you find one, let me know. Oh, that's okay because I think that the Fillmore really isn't all that good. Terry has tried it and she said that it leaves an ad in the center of it. She doesn't even like it. So it is, especially if you want it to really be presentable. Thank you, Grandpa. Wow. So you do a straight through. It is easier doing a straight through and just uploading. But as far as it goes, I can't think of any free software on a laptop or computer That's what Terry's getting into because she's going to be getting herself a miniature video camera, and she's needing a computer software so that she can edit. Okay, thank you, Levi. Yeah, hopefully that will help you out, Joy. Work instead of being one of those drug dealers. That's not the real me. Yeah, you don't want to get into that, Tyler. You really do not want to get into that. That's a mess all the way around, buddy. It's serving you well. Thank you for that hint, Dylan. Yeah, hopefully their tips will help you out. And we love you, Tyler. You are an awesome guy. You really are. I appreciate you coming in here. We're always looking for the better people to come in and be regulars. Huh. I have ended up with a great crowd today. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 visitors total so far. That's a pretty good crowd. Oh, that is great. That's the biggest crowd I've ever gotten. That is the most I've ever had. So I'm looking for tonight's outcome to be awesome. I'm really looking for that. Thank you, Joy. Well, I'm glad that we're able to give you company, Tyler. But you know what, Betty? I'm the same way. Except for like when we managed to get to church. Um, for the little bit of time I get to talk to hubby, on the whole part, I'm just busy talking to my dog and cat. All right. Have a great night, Levi. So yeah, when I do these live chats, it is an awesome thing to me because I get to see every one of you wonderful people, and it's such a pleasure. Thank you so very much, Joy. I'm going to go on ahead and wind this up as well, though, because like I said, there's another video that I'm wanting to do tonight and put it out. So I'm going to go on ahead and wind this up early. That way I've got enough time to do it before hubby goes to work. But anyway, I love you guys. You are so welcome. Yeah, it's meaningful. Very meaningful. Anyway, I love you guys. Mwah. Every one of you. You are so precious to me. Every one of you. And I will see you tomorrow night, hopefully. You have a wonderful evening.